Hey guys, this one's going to be a quick one. One of the questions I recently received, and I actually got the question a week and a half ago, and I just haven't gotten to it yet, is talking about carpal tunnel. You know, these repetitive strain injuries. Sometimes it's referred to as tendonitis, other times carpal tunnel, RSI. And is that TMS? And, for people who have been told they have carpal tunnel, this repetitive strain injury, they're saying, well, a lot of times the TMS literature talks about tendonitis. It doesn't talk about carpal tunnel as much. And they're asking, is this TMS? Well, the answer is yes, it absolutely is. If you start to look deep into the TMS literature, the books, you will find carpal tunnel is the same darn thing. And one piece of evidence that it is TMS is the fact that symptoms get to be in vogue. In other words, ulcers used to be really big, but when people realized that they were stress-induced, the vast majority, not all, but were stress-induced, where did all the ulcers go? Carpal tunnel, repetitive strain injuries, in the 90s, I forget between what year and what year, but over a 5-year period, there were studies that showed that carpal tunnel increased by 500%. Meaning if there was 10 people in a company with carpal tunnel, went up 500%. So it went to 50 people in a 5-year period. Now, is it possible that the keyboards on the typewriters or the computers were that much more damaging and caused all these repetitive strain injuries? Or did some people get diagnosed with that, and then before you know it, because of our ability to see somebody else with problems and go, I hope that doesn't happen with me, and before you know it, freaking out over the fear that something may happen actually brings these symptoms upon ourselves. So I will say, is it possible to injure yourself by repetitively doing something? Potentially, but the body heals. Don't forget that, the body heals. You can't damage your carpal tunnels to the point where you've got a lifetime of pain. The body heals. That's a core concept that so many of us just seem to forget or say, that doesn't apply to me because I've got carpal tunnel and that doesn't heal, so I need surgery like the doctor said. That's not the case. Carpal tunnel is TMS. Tendonitis is TMS. Repetitive strain injuries, if you injure yourself and then you stop doing that thing that you were doing, guess what? The body will heal, right? So is it possible that this high instance of repetitive strain injuries was more as a result of workplace stress, right? Potentially. So look, there's not a lot to talk about here. Carpal tunnel, tendonitis, repetitive strain injuries, it's all TMS. And if you're not sure, what I would encourage you to do is go to the assessments, right? Knowledge. Pick up a Sarno book, look up carpal tunnel, tendonitis, repetitive strain injuries. If it's not in the first book about healing back pain, it's probably going to be in the later books like the Mind-Body Prescription or the Divided Mind. Go to Steve Ozanich's book. Go to the ppdassociation.org/symptoms. Look at the list of symptoms. You're going to find this stuff listed there. This is not something new. You are not so unique that your symptoms don't apply to this TMS model. They do. So do the assessment. Go through a self-assessment. Don't look for 42 people who have had carpal tunnel and got better. That doesn't matter. Go look at the assessment. Do your symptoms fall in line with TMS? And I will say that yes, carpal tunnel is TMS. That's my opinion. If you don't share that opinion, that's okay. But I will encourage you to look at the TMS literature, the books. Go to the TMS wiki, look for cases. And I know somebody said there's not as much talk about carpal tunnel as there is tendonitis. That doesn't mean it's not TMS. It just means that more people have probably had tendonitis and spoken about it on the wiki than people with carpal tunnel. But that doesn't say carpal tunnel is not TMS. So that's pretty much all I got for that one. It's a pretty short topic. Yes, it's TMS. Yes, you can get better. We'll talk soon.